All right, let's talk about something you've probably seen 1,000 times, maybe even today, but never really looked at. We're going to unpack the hidden story behind one of the most common pages on the entire internet.
So just think about it for a second. What's the most important web page you visit? Is it your inbox, a news site, your social feed? Well, what if I told you it's none of those? It's actually the gate you pass through to get to all of them. A page so familiar, we've kind of become blind to it.
Yep, it's this one. The simple, almost invisible sign-in page. This seemingly boring form is honestly one of the most powerful and important pages on the web. It holds the keys to our digital lives, our work, our photos, pretty much our entire online identity.
To really get it, we have to stop thinking of this as just a form you fill out. It's not. Think of it this way. It's the most common doorway on the internet, a universal gateway we all walk through constantly, every single day.
Every single time you land on this page, you're standing at this really critical intersection. This is the exact spot where you prove who you are, where you secure your digital stuff, and believe it or not, where you silently agree to the rules of the road for where you're about to go.
So let's break down its number one job, establishing who you are. The page isn't just asking for some random information, it's asking for your unique, one-of-a-kind digital key.
And look, the main clue is sitting right there in front of us. Use your Google account. That phrase is everything. It's not just asking for an email to get into one service, it's asking for the master key that unlocks an entire digital world. But what even is that really?
A Google account is basically your digital passport. It's this unified identity that you and only you control. And it's what gets you into everything, from your email and your documents to your photos and your search history. It's one key for like hundreds of different doors.
And that little box where you type your email or phone number, that's you presenting your passport for inspection. In this moment, it's not just your contact info. It's the unique serial number stamped onto your digital key, the one thing that separates it from billions of others.
And what if you don't have a key yet? Well, see that little Create Account link? That's the beginning of the whole journey. It's like stepping into a workshop for the very first time to forge this incredibly powerful tool for yourself.
Okay, so we've got our key, but if you have something that valuable, you've got to protect it, right? And you need a way to get back in if you lose it. That's the other crucial job of the sign-in page. It's also your security hub.
You know that little link, Forgot Email? We've all clicked it. But it's so much more than just a handy button. It's your first line of defense. It's the safety net for when your memory fails and you can't find your key. It's how you prove you're you without the main piece of proof.
Now, here's the situation I'm sure you've been in. You're at the library or a friend's house or maybe an airport kiosk. You have to sign in, but you definitely don't want to leave your digital front door wide open after you leave. So how does the page help with that?
Well, there's this tiny little tip at the bottom of the page that's so easy to ignore, but it's absolutely crucial. It tells you to use a private browsing window. Doing that basically creates a temporary secure bubble for your login. As soon as you close that window, poof, your key, your identity, it all vanishes from that computer. Super important.
So you've proven who you are, and you've done it securely. But here's the thing about gateways. They always have rules. And the sign-in page is also where you agree to a contract. The details of that contract, they're hiding in plain sight, right at the very bottom.
Yeah, those three words, help, privacy, terms. We scroll past them a million times a day, right? But on this page, they represent the three pillars of the agreement you make every single time you sign in.
Let's break it down real simple. Help is your guide, the instruction manual. Privacy is the story of your data, what they collect and why. And terms, well, that's the actual binding agreement you consent to just by hitting that sign-in button. It's your guide, your data story, and your agreement.
Okay, let's zoom back out for a second. When you put it all together, it's pretty wild, isn't it? This one simple screen is doing a ton of work. It's a bouncer, a locksmith, and a lawyer all rolled into one.
When you really get down to it, it's all about these three things we just unpacked. Every time you log in, you're interacting with these huge concepts. You're proving your identity, you're trusting the platform's security, and you're renewing your agreement to play by their rules. It's so much more than a login. It's the very foundation of your whole online experience.
So, what this all means is that typing in your password and clicking Next isn't just a mindless task. It's an active choice. It's a conscious decision to present your key, to trust the lock on the door, and to accept the rules of the house you're about to walk into.
So I'll leave you with this thought.
The next time that familiar page pops up, just pause for a half second before you start typing. Take a look at it, really see the words, the links, and just ask yourself, what am I really doing here? What am I really agreeing to?